think we're far back enough for you, innit? Because you're so tall. How tall are you? What a way to 6'5".
Yeah. Am I in it?
Yeah, you're definitely in it. Yeah. October Red, and I'm joined by the one and only Napa Fitness.
What's going on?
But it's Nova Sports.
Yeah.
The man of many talents.
One or two.
Yeah, one or two.
I
want to talk about your rapping.
Let's go.
I've got to, because I didn't even know that you was a rapper. I mean, like I scaled through your stuff, but then I noticed that you've done a performance recently. We can get onto boxing in a bit, but I'm intrigued because it's like you're someone that's likes to keep your fingers in pies and you're multi-talented.
Yeah, I used to be an athlete before I did music as well. Yeah, I was a sprinter. And
you are quite big, but yeah.
I was a grime MC. I did for many years, and I'm on the song Power with Lethal Bizzle.
That was always playing in my house.
Oh yeah?
That's insane.
Probably in the clubs that I performed in Birmingham.
Yeah, it gets a bit techie up there. You left your gold chains at home, right? You can't come to Birmingham too loose.
I think I had the sovereigns them days. The Argos sovereigns.
Yes. Oh my God. So yeah, athlete. What was you doing before?
I was a sprinter, 100 meters and triple jump.
100 meters, even at your height. So usually the sprinters are.
Yeah.
But then again, no. How tall is Usain Bolt?
Yeah, he's taller. Yeah, he's tall. I didn't have the fastest start, but I had a good finish. I ran 10.9, my best ever, when I was like 16. Yeah.
So then what happened from then?
I wanted to be an MC. It's just, there weren't that much money in athletics. Okay. And then, I just pursued music.
And how long did you stay in that for?
So when was Power? 2000. So I did music from like, let's say 2001 till 2007, like Channel U days.
Channel U?
Yeah.
Oh God, so you was about for a bit then?
Yeah.
But then what happened? What, you just get to an age and it's like...
No money those days, it was just for popularity.
Right.
And you get a thing where like you get like loads of bookings and then they'll be getting cancelled. So then like people will be seeing you on Channel U and MTV Base, thinking you're making a whole heap of money, but like it's like show cancelled after cancelled. So we're just like going on BBC One Extra, going on Deja Vu and stuff, and people are knowing you and knowing your lyrics, but you're not. Well, obviously I made money from POW, but that was 2004. So what about 2005, 2006?
Wow.
So after a while I just thought,
the music industry is a bit tough though, isn't it? Because it's like you said, everything you see, we're just going to presume that you're bathing in it, you're here, you're there, you're making loads of money. But
it's better now.
You reckon?
I should have hanged around, I would have done all right. It's better now. Lethal done well. Wiley made a lot of money. Stormzy's killing it. Skepta's killing it.
Skepta's killing it.
Yeah. All of them, D-Double, all of them are doing well. So, but it took a while before everyone started reaping the benefits, you know?
But then, what happened after that? Because like I said, it's like, we've got the sprinter, you wanted to be an MC, there was no money in it.
Yeah.
What happened after that?
So, I wanted to make some change. So, I must have threw a birthday party one time for myself. And I rammed out the event. I must have made like £4,000, but this was like 2006, 7. So I was like, yo.
Events?
This is more than my fee. You know, it was like £500 for me to perform. So I was like, hold on, I can throw a rave and I can make 4 bags. Did another one, but still was done all right. So then after that, I started doing events, and I had an event with a guy called Marvin Harrison called The Sunday Show. So it was, he used to bring comedians and I used to bring music artists. And then I used to make JME and Scorcher and Gets and everyone come down and perform. And then, so everyone that knows about Sunday Show know it was lit. And that's where Mo the Comedian came about. He was my host.
What?
Yeah, ask him.
So I would if I could get near him. This is what I'm saying.
And Ed Sheeran, ask him.
What?
Ask both of them. Yeah.
But you're not really someone that's like out there, and that's what I mean. You're not someone that pops up in like interviews or whatever. So it's like we don't really know what you've done. It's like you have to dig on you. It's like you're there in the shadows. But I didn't realise that you've put on so much. So hence the boxing promotion. Being a manager, that's kind of gone hand in hand then really, because you know how to put an event on or get somebody out there.
With the boxing.
Mo the comedian, Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
Everyone knows who they are.
Yeah. With the boxing, you know, Chris.
Do you want to manage me?
What's my cut?
I don't know. Talk about that off camera.
Yeah, with the boxing, obviously. Chris,
Straight away, you know, what's my cut?
yes,
What can you do for
about
me?
my money. Get you more interviews, get some sponsorships on the channel, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, back to you.
Yeah, so I've been working with Chris since Eubank since 2012.
That long?
Yeah.
How did that come about?
We, like, 3 people were trying to connect us back in the day. He used to come London a lot, and then people used to say to him, you need to hook up with Napa. You should link with Napa. Oh, if you go in London, you want to go out, you should link Napa. So in the end, we ended up, he came to one of my events, and then we just clicked. And then we were just rolling 24/7. Then he started saying, yo, come to my fights. Then I was like part of his team. I started off as security. Yeah.
Yeah. No one ain't really going to mess with you, are they?
And then, but I've always been someone that's known a lot about boxing. I've been watching boxing since late 80s, since I was like 5-6 years old, and I like boxing.
Yep.
First fight I remember watching is Mike Tyson, Frank Bruno, the first fight.
Yep.
So I know a lot about boxing. So then I was in and around his career, and then I started doing strength and because obviously I was a PT. So when I started being around Chris, I started doing more stuff with other boxers. So I started doing strength and conditioning for fighters. So I was doing, I helped Lawrence Okolie get ready for the Olympics. I was training, Dan Aziz used to come.
Yeah.
Seb Eubank, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
I've done a few track sessions with Anthony Yard, Darren Hamilton, who else? Leon McKenzie. Who else is there? Obviously Junior. Yeah, quite a few. O'Hara Davies, that's one of the main ones. Actually, I met Lawrence Okolie through O'Hara Davies. O'Hara Davies went to school with my little sister.
Right.
So
the
that's how we got
connect was
connected.
already there.
Yeah. And he was my neighbour. So, I was doing all of that. And then, you know what? I had a conversation with Derek Chisora one time, and he was just like, yo, why don't you just manage fighters? You know all of us. You're like Mandem, like everyone like F's with you. And I was like, you think so? And then Chris was putting the idea into my head. And then I just thought, all right, why not? And then started with Junior, and then the rest is history.
I will shout out Derek Chisora because he's like that.
Yeah.
If he sees somebody with a talent, he'll say to them, because he's given me a couple of tips as well along the way.
Okay.
He's like that. He'll look at you and think, yeah, you can do this, go and do that, and that will make you some money.
He said it to me a few times.
All right.
At first I was like, no, that's not what I'm doing. He's just like, it makes sense. Then one time I was in Thailand, and it gave me a call, and he was drilling it into my head again. Then I was like, all right, cool. So then,
What was you doing in Thailand?
Derek. Getting facials, massages, chilling out.
Now, you know when you hear about people going to Thailand, I'm thinking...
Oh, no. I was enjoying the spa side of it.
Okay. No, it's all right. I know someone that's gone out there now, and I've been giving them the same banter in it. Like, why is a bag of man going out to Thailand? Shout out Thailand.
I did see that side of it. I went there one night. To me, it's shitty. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I was like in the bougie part. But Thailand's so cheap, the bougie part is not even expensive. Yeah, so like you can get massages for like £5. I was going to the bougie places, but it was still like 20, 25.
And there's still nothing.
Yeah, it's still like not that much. So yeah.
Yeah. We'll pause on the massages because that can go left. But let's talk about Chris Eubank Jr., an interesting character. And whether he wants to accept it or not, very similar to his father. He has the stature, the presence, the aura. But he is his own man. I don't expect you to go into negotiations, etc. But, you know, Ben Shalom reckons we're sort of nearing the finish line, but he doesn't want to get too excited just in case something happens along the way. But how has that negotiation been? And it's like the justification with the 45, 55. How have you dealt with that as his manager?
Well, it's 3 of us that look after him.
3 of you?
Yeah. And Yeah, it's been an interesting journey. Yeah, even to get Chris down to 55 was
Serious.
Yeah, because it's not, in my opinion, like what they've both done. You can't. It's not 50-50. Like it's just not. It's like
Educated the ignorant fools like myself, the fans that just don't want to hear that. We just want the fight. Educate us.
Chris has fought on pay-per-view 7 times. Conor Ben has never.
Okay.
Chris is one of the highest earning fighters in the UK. Eddie Hearn claims he's paid Conor over $1 million before. I don't believe it.
Why?
Against who? Algeria fight. Which fight on his record equaled him getting over £1 million net? It's a lie. He's just saying whatever he said for the cameras. But which one? Van der Veen, what's his name?
Van Heerden.
Yeah, or against that Mexican guy that failed the drug test, or against Peter Dobson? No way. So I know the scope roughly of what fighters get paid.
Okay.
I was speaking to every matchmaker in the last few years. I understand where everything's at. I know that he never. Where Chris has earned way more. It's just not comparable. But listen, Conor is an exciting fighter, and out of all the crop in the UK that's under 25, he's the guy. But Conor turned over the same year Chris was in the WBSS tournament.
Right.
Knocking out...
Wasserman that was, wasn't it?
Yeah, knocking out Yildirim in Germany. That's around the time when Conor turned pro. So Chris was already doing his thing before Conor turned pro. He had beat Arthur Abraham before Conor turned pro. So he hasn't done anything to be on par with Chris to date.
As like the experience side, the fights that he's been in.
What belt has he won? What belt did Conor wear? What event did he headline? No, tell me.
I'm listening.
No, tell me.
I'm listening.
What event did he headline? What massive event did he headline?
I'm listening.
None, never. So it's not comparable to me.
Right.
Oh, it's a fight we won.
But this is what I'm saying. So when it's like, when you do the comparables, you can say Chris is further ahead. But then how do you have to start to negotiate? Because like you said, you know what? It's a good fight for both of them. How do you have to get to that balance? Like you said, you had to talk him down to 55%. Do you know what I mean?
Because it's the fight the public want.
Yeah.
Chris cares about the fans.
Oh, does he?
Low key.
Does he?
Nah, not even low key.
You wouldn't really be able to tell.
No, he does. He does. So, and he wants to give the fans the fights they want, and that's when we're out and about. That's the fight that
everyone gets. Yeah.
So that's why he gets 45.
Do you think you will get that?
We're getting there.
You're getting there.
We're getting there.
Timescales. Because when are you looking to have the fight? When do you think the fight could actually
Next
happen?
couple months.
Okay, so that's soon.
Yeah, timescale. Hopefully this month. Hopefully in the next week or so. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. We're going to keep them crossed. We're going to keep them crossed, and we're going to keep it positive. It is a fight that I was always looking forward to, only because I watched their parents
fight. Do you think it's going to win?
I'm not saying that.
Why?
I'm going to sit on the fence with splinters right in my ass. I'm not doing that. I've been called biased so many times.
Yeah.
I have to try and keep it level-headed. However, I like the fight. I've always liked the fight. Even when those were criticising it, I was like, but I want to see it.
All right, pick a winner. If you get it right, I'll give you £250.
Nah, I don't.
I'll give you £500.
Man, you could give me $1 million. I'm not doing it.
No,
I'm not about money.
I gave you $1 million.
Off camera, I might. No, I'm not committing to that.
Okay.
But hopefully it happens. But we're here at a boxing event. Mm-hmm. It's not just Chris Eubank Jr. that you've got.
No.
You've got a plethora of other fighters. You're not in the UK, but you're a man that gets about. I've seen you at a couple of places.
Yeah.
Talk to us about your fighter that's on the boxer card this weekend.
Mauro Silva is a 22-year-old from Manchester, 6-0, 3 knockouts. Very exciting fighter, super confident, loves the camera. I'm sure you had a good interview with him.
He's all right, yeah.
Yeah.
I like his attitude.
He is definitely going places. I spoke to a few people before I signed him. I spoke to Boatsi, I spoke to Lyndon Arthur, I spoke to Sonny Edwards. I had conversations with Crawler, and they all spoke super highly of him. And then
you do your homework, you do your due diligence.
Yeah, I have to. You have to. So yeah, I'm excited to see how far we can take him. I believe it's the top.
Are you signing any more fighters? Is there anybody that you're looking at? I know that actually, while we're here, can we talk about the upper tier fight? Because one of your fighters was potentially in line for that.
Yes.
So yeah, talk to us a little bit about that.
So I managed Brandon Glanton.
Brandon Glanton,
He's number 11 in the IBF rankings.
Oh, okay.
He has high rankings in other organisations, but in the IBF he's number 11. So where Sin Cara pulled out through injury,
yes,
they went down the rankings, and they had asked us, would you take it? I said yes. So they know, like, right, we're going to go down every fighter. So they're literally like, right, cool, we've just got David Naika to ask. If he says no, you've got the fight.
Nice.
So Brandon was like, you know, ready to go.
Yeah.
And then he hit me back and said, yo, David's took the fight. I believe it was too early for David because he hadn't even like gone past 5 or 6 rounds.
Okay.
And I think in the fight it pretty much showed because he was good for 4 rounds. But like, you know, I don't know. I don't know him personally, so I can't really say too much. But yeah, Brandon's time will come. Brandon's a dog.
And he's sort of like in we get the talented fighters, the fighters that are good, but then they end up in this box of, I'm not sure I want to take that because it could cause an upset. So it's the risk versus the reward.
Yeah.
How frustrating is it for you as a manager to manage fighters like that? Because we see this often in boxing, and I feel sorry for the fighters because they just sat there pissed, and quite rightly so.
Yeah. Luckily, we got a lot of things coming up this year. He's signed to Nova Sports, so his chances and his opportunities are going to come. Listen, he's number 3 in the WBA.
Okay.
Number 5 in the WBC. Number 7 in the WBO. Number 9 in Ring Magazine. Number 11 in the IBF ranking. He's the WBA international champion. He's in a good. I'm sure a lot of fighters would like to have these rankings and accolades. I think he's dropped nearly everyone he's fought. I'm pretty sure.
I did watch his fights. I did have a look at his record because obviously I spoke to him a few months ago when he was obviously ridiculing some of the British fighters that he was going for their neck.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got to get active.
He's had 22 fights. He's dropped everyone bar 1. He's an aggressive guy. So
so when are we going to get some fight news for him then?
He'll be out before spring.
Before March?
Yeah.
Well, April.
April.
Say about
March,
April time.
Yeah.
Are you going to get him over here?
They're scared. Listen, I flew him over here to try and get a fight, and most of the guys didn't really want it with him. To be fair, Jack Massey did.
Jack Massey was.
Let me not 100% lie. Jack Massey was game.
Yeah.
But it just didn't make sense at the time because I can't remember what.
Well, Jack Massey went in up against Oppenheimer in the end, didn't he?
Oh, he was European champion at the time, I think.
Isaac Chamberlain? No,
he was defending a European title when obviously Brandon's American, so it didn't make sense at the time, yeah.
Do you think that can be made? It depends on what Jack's doing. I'm not sure what he's doing.
I don't know what he's doing, but then now I don't know how interested. And then maybe Jack get a win, then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what you base it on.
To the titles now.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've got to push him up the rankings. You've got to make sure you're putting him in with winners.
Yeah, he's looking at the guys above him because obviously.
Who've we got at cruiser?
In the UK?
Above him, yeah. Because I'm just thinking it'd probably be better to
no
put
one. Only Chris Billam-Smith has a higher ranking than him. No one in the UK's got a higher ranking than.
So he's not looking slightly.
But this is my whole point.
Yeah.
He has something to offer. Chef Clark, Isaac Chamberlain, all of these guys, but they wouldn't. He don't want it. We tried to do the Chef Clark fight when he fought in America. He chose to fight at Pucci.
Interesting. And then we had the other fight the other day with Chev in Monaco when he fought that chap.
Yeah,
and suffered his first defeat.
I didn't watch all of it. How was it?
It was a good fight.
Yeah.
But that guy was just
dropped,
relentless.
right?
Yeah. He was relentless. He just kept on coming forward with the same output, and we're like, is this guy going to be able to do this? Yeah. Is this guy going to be able to do this for the? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just relentless.
I was surprised when I heard that he lost, but let's see. They're going to fight again, hopefully, right?
Potentially, I don't know. That is something that obviously I'd need to speak to Eddie Hearn about, which I haven't.
Chev's a fight Brandon wants. That's for sure. So, Chev, you want something to do? You want some you wanna fight Brandon's there. He's ready to go. He's got rankings in every single organization, and he's got a title. So
And I think Chev's Intercontinental, is he? On one of
No,
the
he lost
governing
it.
bodies? Oh, yeah, he's giving it to
he
Mr.
lost.
French,
He just
hasn't
lost. So he's probably lost most of his rankings.
Oh, this. See, this
Boxing's
is,
winner stays on.
but this is what I'm saying. You're educating me because you're teaching me from like a management point of view, how you look at it and how you build fights. But say, for example, when you can't get those that are potentially higher, you're still running the risk of not keeping your fighter active.
Yeah.
So then you've got to go lower to at least have the
Stay busy
activity.
fight, yeah.
And that's what I mean. Is that potentially what's going to happen with Brandon? Because you need to get him out there. You're saying that no one
Brandon
wants
was
to fight.
supposed to fight for the WBA interim title in December. His opponent Leonard Perez pulled out. He's number 6 in the WBA ranking. We're in negotiations to reschedule this bout.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying he may be out hopefully soon for the interim title WBA, which will be good for him.
So is there any, before we go, you know, I appreciate your time and that, and taking me on a little bit of a deep dive, is there any other pies that you're going to be dipping your fingers into this year?
No, mainly
Not in Thailand though.
No, mainly
You just, that's it, that's your focus.
Yeah, I've got 4 fights in the first 2 months of this year.
Nice.
Tomorrow, this Saturday.
Yep.
Derek Osazi's fighting the 31st of January against George Liddard,
Yeah.
the Matchroom card.
That's the O2 Indigo, isn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be a good fight. Then I've got Conor fighting on the top rank card on Valentine's Day in New York against Vito Milenki, I think that's how you pronounce his name. So yeah, going to America for that. And then the 28th of February, off to Mexico. Rene Tedes Giron, my Mexican bulldog, is fighting Rocky Hernandez in Mexico. That's going to be a fight.
What card's that on?
That's the main event.
Okay.
Yeah. Osazi's the main event on the Matchroom show, and Rene Giron versus Hernandez is the main event on the Matchroom. So,
Also both on Matchroom.
2 Matchroom main events, yeah.
Are you looking for your fighters, obviously, to cause the upsets?
I would say Hernandez and Giron is a 50-50 fight.
Okay.
And I guess on paper, Osazi beating the prospect Leonard would be an upset, but he's capable of doing it.
We like it. Listen, all the best to Nova Sports. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay.
Yeah, probably have that convo off camera.
Let's do it.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.